design, road design, road design.
Cars, trucks, SUVs, even diesel tags. Best mechanic on the planet, ain't no need to scratch. Every issue attack like a lion. Got a problem, indeed we'll find it. Pop the hood, we gon' get up inside it. Fix it up, start it up.
What's up, Team Road Design? We back, Midwest Mechanic Tour. Day 3 of me up here at my boy Mo's shop. Today I'm working on the 2007 Dodge Charger 3.5 liter. We're going to be replacing the EGR valve, the EGR valve gasket, the bank tool O2 sensor, the intake plenum gasket. So far what I did was that the tools that you will need so far is a 10mm wrench, 10mm socket, 3/8 ratchet, flathead screwdriver, 15mm wrench, 15mm socket, and some pliers. The first thing you do is you disconnect the 10mm bolts that studs on the side of the intake. Then you loosen up the 15mm bolts so that way you can slide these brackets off so that way they can be clear of the studs. Next thing you do is disconnect all of the sensors going to the intake plenum. Disconnect all the vacuum hoses going to the back of it. I did disconnect the air boot, but I kept the sensor attached. Took out the air box, as well as I did disconnect the throttle body assembly, but I left it the electrical connector attached. It just got 4 10mm bolts. You take these 10mm nuts off, as well as these two 15mm bolts on the bracket. You loosen them bolts up on the bracket at the bottom down here, so that way you can slide the bracket off enough to get this out of the way and just set it aside. Then you have 7 10mm bolts for the intake manifold plenum. Loosen those. You can slide it out, and you can leave the EGR pipe will just slide right out as well. The EGR location is on the back of the head, so that's why you have to remove the intake manifold. I'm about to get ready to disconnect that. I already disconnected the electrical connector from the EGR. I'm going to disconnect the bolts, take that out, and then I'll show you guys what's the next step. Stay tuned, Road Design. Make sure you guys go like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, comment. If you guys want merch, go to the website to support the channel. Zion.com. Buy the merch to support the channel so we can keep bringing you guys great content. Many hands make light work. Alright, so we back, Road Design. So it took 2 10mm to get this off the side of the back of the head. This is the new one. This is the old one. Get ready to change over this EGR valve pipe to this one with the gasket. Get ready to put the new gasket in and bolt it up. Not that difficult of a job. Pretty easy, actually. Take a little bit of patience, a little bit of work, Road Design, but we got it. Let's get it. Stay tuned for the install and the oxygen 2 sensor replacement. Let's get it, Team Road Design. Alright, Team Road Design, we got the new EGR valve in, the hose connected, both of the gaskets on. Get ready to put the intake plenum back on and get ready to do the O2 sensor. So the procedure to put it back on is the same procedure to take it off. Let's get it, Road Design. Many hands make light work. Got the new intake plenum gasket we're about to get ready to install right now. Take this over now, get ready to put the new one in, put the intake back in place. Let's go. Alright, Road Design, we got the new intake plenum gasket in place. We also put a new gasket on the EGR tool back here as well. About to get ready for the install. By the way, Road Design, make sure you clean off the maiden surface for the intake plenum where the gasket meets the top of the upper intake or the lower intake. You can use a scotch brite pad and some brake cleaner and a shop vac. Make sure you plug up the hose when you're cleaning it so nothing falls inside of the hose. Alright, Road Design, we back. We got everything back assembled on the top. Now I'm about to go underneath and change out the O2 sensor. Alright, Team Road Design, so we're getting ready to replace the oxygen 2 sensor, bank 2 sensor 1. As you can see, I already got everything in place. The bank 2 location is on the passenger side of this vehicle after the Catalytic converter. Let's go, bro. Design.